Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fresh Starts, New Beginnings, or your birthday. I'm making this as my birthday video this year. You don't need to leave a happy birthday below. I appreciate the happy birthday wishes from everyone. But if you do want to leave a message below, let me know how you plan to make the most of a new chapter in your life, because sometimes when you declare it anywhere, whether you tell a friend or whether you declare it on social media or put it in a comment or anything else, sometimes it's like a signal to the universe, I am ready. And let me tell you, I am ready for a brand new chapter, and we're going to do all the feng shui for brand new chapters today. I wanted to start by this analogy is really powerful, because every time we make a fresh start, there's a sense that time has passed. We have kind of, we're getting older, time is going by, everything's moving. And in my case, I'm having a very big birthday. And it was like, I don't feel any different. I don't know. I don't have that viewpoint, but something that does stick with me is this. It's not really an analogy, it's a truth. So if a plane is flying and it goes just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit off course, like a tiny, tiny bit, and it just keeps going, and it doesn't correct its course, and maybe it goes a tiny bit off, and I'm talking like little degrees off, you wind up in a whole other part of the planet. The plane goes in completely other place on the planet. And I feel like that's how I now look at life and getting, I don't even want to say getting older, just living life and being here in this experience of life. If you start veering off course, the job is really just to stay more aligned. It's not to anti anything. It's not to go backwards. It's not to go back to the old chapter or to try to recapture something from years ago, but rather let's just get back to alignment. So we're back on that track. And I feel like a lot of things that happen are not necessarily like, oh, look, you're deteriorating with time. Like, I don't think that at all. I actually feel that what happens is we have those little 5% off track things happen, and we start veering in a whole nother direction and don't catch it until we wake up someplace else. And we're like, wait a second, I had no intention of being here. What's going on? But the good news is no matter what, you can always get back on track. And whenever we're launching into a new chapter, the first thing I always do is envision it. So visualize yourself stepping into a new chapter, and this can help you to see where you've gotten out of alignment, where things have gone off track, and also what it is that you're stepping into, how different it feels. So I like to close my eyes and literally envision my life now, and then what I want to walk into and what that feels like. And I like to play in my mind, and I've been doing this now for weeks, playing in my mind what that new chapter looks like. What are all the characteristics of it? What do I do all day? So what do you do all day in this new chapter? What are you wearing? How are you speaking? Where are you in the planet? What is it that you have to do today? What is it that you're celebrating? All this stuff. So actually see yourself stepping into this new chapter and notice what about it is new. Oftentimes you get surprised by what it is that is new, by what it is that pops up for you that you weren't expecting. I saw myself wearing clothes I never thought I would wear. I saw myself, it's amazing how sometimes your mind fills in all these details for you. I saw myself definitively places where I haven't thought of going. And so if you let your mind be free and envision this new chapter, envision what you're stepping into, envision those goals. What is it that you're doing? What does it feel like? How does it feel in your body? And the one thing that I envision, the one thing I feel when I do that visualization is really strong. And I don't mean strong like I'm tough. I mean physically strong. And that's one of my biggest parameters, goals for my new chapter, is being the strongest I have ever been. I have a few, I'm going to make some videos about it. I have a few big big North Star goals. And we're going to talk about those in a little bit when we talk about this. And again, you can apply this to anything you're doing. If you're like sick of your job, you want a new job, you want to step into a new chapter in your career. If you are having a birthday, if you are getting ready for something brand new, you want to move, whatever it is, you want to leave a relationship. What does this new chapter look like? So see in your mind where you are, erase that picture, see the new chapter, and keep doing this and allowing yourself to get familiar with this new feeling, symbolically saying, I'm stepping in to this new chapter. So in this new chapter that you're stepping into, look around and ask yourself, what have I outgrown in my environment? I don't need to see this anymore. I don't need to see these piles of clutter. I don't need to see this piece of furniture. I don't need to see this piece of art anymore. I definitely don't need to see this broken thing or anything else. You get to choose. What have you outgrown? Clear it away. If you can't clear it away today, make a plan to clear it away. Especially go through your closet. Go through what you do every day. Go through all your habits. What habits have you outgrown? Start dumping those as well. And again, this is going to be progressive. You're going to kick things off with this awareness, and you can have a list of things that you are ready to just knock off the list. And I will say this, if you have professional goals or personal goals for, let's just say, attracting love or getting married or whatever it is, if you have these types of goals and you see in your house like, oh, I have all these habits of procrastinating, cleaning, and procrastinating this, and you might say, how is that related to me manifesting love? Or how is that related to me manifesting money? Your home is your paradigm. It's you. Your home is showing you all the flow in your life. And when you start clearing up all these things in your home and changing them and shifting them and optimizing them, you bring in more of what is actually right for you. So it's extremely important. It's extremely related. It's more related than anything else. And so this is so powerful. In a past video I made about hidden clutter, if you scroll back a few videos on my channel, I talk about how when people are stuck, one of the first things I have them do is clean out a junk drawer, because hidden clutter can just pile up, and it is a paradigm of the hidden clutter. It's a big reflection of all that hidden clutter in our mind, in our energy field. And when you clear it, even though you couldn't see it, when you clear it, it opens up your life in tremendous ways. So another thing I do for a fresh start, and this is really, really fun, is I always get symbolically colored candles. So this is, I get these hand poured, they like dip them in a store, and they're rainbow colored. And I pick a color of a candle, like a taper candle like this. I pick a color that really resonates with me. You could find these on Etsy. You could find them all over. So I pick a color that I really, really feel connected to at the moment. And then I write. So I usually take a little, so this is a pen cap, and I will write, like barely scratch into it. You're not going to like carve it. You don't have to go deep. You don't even have to have it be legible, but I'm just going to scratch into it the words that I want, the thing that I want in this new chapter. And it's not really going to be legible. I just know it's there. It's like me making that decision. And then I light this candle and let it burn. I don't leave it by itself. I let it burn, and I will extinguish it from time to time and keep putting it on and letting it burn, knowing that as I do this, I am sending energy to ignite this fresh start. So I write down the words that symbolize what I'm stepping into, burn the candle, and the color even energizes the intention. It's so fun. It's so powerful. And it is something that you can do with just a little candle. It's easy. Now, celebration, self-care. This is essential for a new chapter. It takes energy to change behavior. It takes energy to step into the new. And you want to give yourself your own cheerleading squad. Not everyone's going to celebrate you. You know that by now. I know that by now. Not everyone's going to celebrate me. Not everyone is going to help me take care of myself. I have to do it for me. And when you have that realization in life, no one's going to stop. Even the people who love me the most are not going to stop and say, oh, you should do some long walks. You need to do this for you on a daily basis. If you bring self-care and celebration into every day, what you're doing is essentially giving yourself, like building up a reserve of fuel. You're giving yourself the fuel to be able to move, to straighten out your alignment, to keep your eye on the prize, to create, to make things happen, to blow past obstacles. This is essential. And a lot of times people tell me, I'm too busy, so I don't have time for self-care, or I haven't accomplished anything big enough to celebrate. Well, I can say on the verge of a very big birthday that the fact that you are here on this planet is worth celebrating. The fact that you are who you are is worth celebrating. And if you can just allow yourself to celebrate, you will find more reasons to celebrate yourself. You'll see more of the good stuff about yourself. And you know what? Even if you don't feel it right now, do it anyway. And this celebration doesn't mean you have to throw yourself a party or buy yourself a giant gift. It can be giving yourself time every day just for you. It can be giving yourself weekends where you do things that you're passionate about. I watched a video of a woman who changed her sleep schedule to get up at 4:30 in the morning, which she's never been able to do in her life because she wanted so badly to learn calligraphy. And it was like such an inspiring YouTube. I was like, yeah, when you want to do something and get out of bed so early in the morning to do it, that's real passion. And that's what switches on for you when you allow yourself to fill up. Very powerful. Now, what's your new North Star and your new beginning? What is that big goal? What will be that triumphant moment that you can visualize? Maybe you're running through the finish line of a marathon, or maybe in my case, I am like doing 10 pull-ups on a bar. Like I've never been able to do one. Being able to do 10 in this new year for me is monumental. Like that's like the craziest thing I could ever imagine. That's one of them for me. I have a few very distinct markers in my mind that let me know I did it. And for you, it might be something, a vision of completing something, a vision of having a certain type of conversation or encounter. It might be someone acknowledging you, whatever it is, how you know that you have got it, how you know that you've achieved it. Because what happens is we set these goals like more money, but we make more money and then we go, I don't really feel like that was such a big deal. And then you don't celebrate it. And the bar just keeps moving and you never know when you've accomplished it. So set that new North Star for yourself and get clear on what it's going to look like when you have it. And this is a wonderful time to do a new vision board. We're stepping into a new season. Wonderful time. I'm going to do a whole video on treasure maps and doing your own treasure maps and getting into that vision of what it looks like when you have things. What does it look like when you have what you want? What does that look like? Now, I don't need that one because you're going to feel more put together anyway. This is the big one. Brand new home updates. Brand new home updates that make you feel more organized. If you want a new beginning in any way, anything that makes you feel more organized, that truly works, but that makes you feel more organized is going to go the distance. So I'll give you a few examples. I want a bookshelf that I'm going to put in a corner that is beautiful, that I love. And I just have to do a few things, paint this room first. And then there's going to be this big bookshelf, which is going to help me to be so much more organized. This is why I'm like, it's going to make my life so much better. And that's an upgrade that's going to be monumental. In my mind, I could think of a few other things that I just got these. I got these on Amazon. They're plastic. I don't love plastic in my house, but they're going in closets. They're kind of a nice plastic as far as plastic goes. And they have these real bamboo lids and they're not very expensive. and they stack up. And so I'm really organizing all the storage, putting labels on them so I know what's in them. And something like this, to me, is amazing, because this is the stuff when I see too much stuff, when I open my closets, open my drawers, I feel overwhelmed. So you might have other things. Perhaps it's a way to organize your pantry. You get organizers for it. I'm not a big believer that you need tons of boxes and tons of little contraptions to organize everything. But there are some things that definitively help you to get organized. It might be a file cabinet. It might be a little file folder where you can put all your paperwork so it's not all over your desk. It might be something else that's easy. These are easy things. This was, I think, $29 for 6 of them. And it's helped me to put so much in order, and it feels so good. And so what is that for you? If you have something, let's just say you don't know how to organize something. If you have something, you're just like, how do I organize this? I don't know. I have too much of it. I don't know how to organize it. Just Google it. Go on Amazon and type it in, and there's an organizer for it. I promise you, there's an organizer for everything. And so this is something that is going to help so much. Anything you do in service of your organization is in service of the flow in your life. And that is monumental. The more flow you have, the more abundance you have, the more manifesting power you have. That's why this is so important, guys. Can you think of a new way to organize? Can you think of a new way to move through your days? Because it's time for new things. If you're ready for a new chapter, if you're ready for a new chapter in just one aspect of your life, move in new ways. If you keep doing the same things, if you keep saying the same things, if you keep looking at the same things, if you keep having the same conversations, what's going to change? It's funny, we trick ourselves into thinking that magically the stars are going to align. And sometimes they do, but we think that this is always going to happen, that the stars just align and bring us such great miracles. But if you want a consistently more epic life, more epic home, more epic everything, move in new ways, and you will have new things. And it's sometimes that easy. And I know that one of the things I can say for being on this planet for now quite some time, which is so unbelievable to me. It's the whole thing is so wild. One thing that really strikes me looking at life is that no matter what, there's always more that you want. And no matter what, there's always something to put into alignment, but there's also always something to celebrate. Always. So please take that to heart. There are so many things I'm grateful for, and you can include gratitude in all of this new chapter. But the things that I am most grateful for have nothing to do this year. For the first time in my life, it's not just about, I'm so grateful for my work. I'm so grateful for all of you. Don't get me wrong. I am so grateful for being able to do this, but I am so grateful for the things that have gone wrong that have made me better. I'm so grateful for the incredible, incredible amount that I've had to endure to get to here. I'm so grateful for the challenges I have that are forcing me to grow. I'm really grateful for those things now, where I used to fear them. And I used to fear a lot of stuff. But I do know this now. Everything usually works out. So have a lot of faith in your new chapter. Know that everything is always working out for you. And I'll tell you, it is pretty mystical how everything always comes together. Affirm that. It's the Abraham Hicks quote that I say again and again and again. Everything is always working out for me. Let that be your mantra as you step into your new chapter. Say it again and again. Everything's always working out for me. 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 And if you want to dive deep this season, Talk about a revolution. The School of Intention, the Professional Feng Shui Certification Program is open now, and we're making such big upgrades because I always think everything can get better and better and better. That's how I feel about the passing of time more than anything. Things keep getting better and better and better and better and better and more and more and more aligned. And in this experience of learning this feng shui, you do it for yourself the whole way through. You transform every aspect of your home and life and learn to do it for others in the process. So if you're ready to dive deep and have this transformational experience, join us. The school is now open for registration and details are in the description box. I love having calls with you. I love getting to know you. It is such an honor and such a joy. I'm going to check a few of the comments. I better get clearing the clutter. Yes, it's so fun. And you know what? Instead of feeling obliged to do it, please do it because you know that you deserve to feel freedom and that it's going to bring you more and more freedom in every single way. I would love to move. There you go. Okay, great. And a new job too. That is time for you. Clear some clutter and open up the path to get there. You got this. I'm so grateful for you, Daisy. Thank you so much for being here. It's amazing. And all of you, thank you so much. And if there are things that you would love to accomplish in a new chapter, let the universe know. Drop it below. Let me know. I can make videos for you if you'd like. That's what makes this so much fun. It is always about how I can help the most. And in this new chapter of my own life, that's what this is about in terms of my work. How can I help the most? And speaking of helping the most, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, share it with your friends. It can help so much to get this work out into the world further. There's so much more to come. I am so grateful, and I will see you on the other side of my new chapter. Bye.